guys, Mr. and Mrs. Flashback here for our weekend video. What
do you gotta say?
No news, good news.
If you're new, this is Linda. I am Cameron. We are married. We're going to go over what's sold in our online store. We buy things at garage sales, thrift stores, estate sales. We try to sell them online for a profit on platforms like eBay, Poshmark, things like that. We try to buy as low as we can, hopefully, to try to flip some online to make some money. We try to get $400 a day. These are going to be Friday through Sunday sales, so 3 days for us. It's been kind of a slower start to the year. We've had a couple of good weeks lately, but it's been a little slower. But how did we do?
So, we may have broken our curse, but
knock on wood.
Literally, that's what our table's made of. Works out. We came in at 42 sales, which is the highest number of sales we've had in a minute. Yeah, probably 2 months. And we hit our goal and exceeded it. We came in at $2,075 for the weekend, and that even includes a large item. And if you subtract that large item, we still did it.
We still actually exceeded the goal.
Exceeded.
So that was pretty good. It's a
we're happy.
We're very blessed for sure, because we've had a rough go of things. Like I said, it's been a little bit better, but there was definitely a stretch there. We had like a $600 weekend. And it was like $607 for a weekend, and then we sold like $700 on a Monday, and it was like that was more than a whole weekend for us. So it happened. Let's get into it. A lot of cool stuff to show you guys, and just a wide variety too. If you look at this table, there's a little bit of everything, and it's just crazy.
Literally, I think I went to like every section of the garage,
because ours is divvied up by category, like holiday, electronics, plush, clothes, books,
CDs, DVDs, tools,
kitchen items, vacuums. It's kind of all.
I think I hit almost like literally every spot.
Yeah, health and beauty. You pretty much have a little bit of everything. The only thing I think I don't see in here is holiday.
Well, this counts as holiday.
I guess it does. I guess we sold a little bit of everything. Literally, let's jump into it. First item.
Oh.
Well,
I guess shoes count as clothes. And that, or does that count as accessories?
I guess clothing. What I would say, I would count.
Do shoes and hats count as clothing, or
no? I count shoes separately because we have so many. I would say clothing. We don't have a clothing item.
Okay, so we missed the category, guys.
That's the one we missed. Crazy. Let's jump into it.
We'll start over on Poshmark. First, we have this pair of Adidas Anzo Lows. These are the men's size 14. They're kind of brownish greenish suede.
Yeah, look like a hiking type shoe.
Yeah, definitely a hiking shoe.
Like a hippie
they sold for $76 on an offer, plus buyer paid shipping.
Those were, I think, $20 though. We bought them on our vacation last year. Bought them at a thrift store. I'm pretty sure they were $20, but still a good deal.
Yeah. Then this bad boy sold today. He's not bad boy. He's adorable. Look at this adorable boy.
And he's a backpack. And guess what? We have a unicorn one too.
So this guy is a vintage brown horse pony backpack by the Aurora brand.
You guys see plush.
That plush everywhere. Yeah. A lot of I think the San Diego Zoo use Aurora, so they do a lot of those different ones. And this
super soft. $3 at a garage sale, but $3 for each of them, so $6 for both. Looked them up. I'm like, oh, these look good to sell.
I'm willing to bet they had like a boy and girl.
Probably.
And the boy had the brown horse, the girl had the unicorn.
But this sold on Poshmark in about a week or two for
$50 plus buyer paid shipping.
Very cool.
Then we go over to eBay, and this is where we're gonna start off with Big Bad Boy. We told you of Cameron's.
She's a girl.
There she is. We told you about Cameron's special dolls. These are the dolls. They are
super dolls.
Oh, this is a super doll.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not the Integrity dolls. This is a super doll, guys. This is a super doll.
I'll show you the other so you can just, it says super doll on it.
This is the Seaborite 16-inch forest doll. She's a vinyl body. She is fully dressed in this.
She is good looking.
Custom.
Yeah, the outfit looks really
nice.
And
the
makeup
sequin,
looks crazy.
And she's got different hands and different feet that you can hook her up, and then a stand and everything. She comes with all these little accessories to make her just this amazing fashion icon. I'm not sure. I'm assuming she's fashioned after a supermodel of some sort or somebody.
2015 is when this is from.
So we're
Superdoll 2015 holiday
Superdoll. So it's like their version of the Christmas Barbie.
And I spent $800 if you're new on 39 dolls. Not all this kind. Integrity Toys, some Tonner one there. A couple of different Superdoll ones, and I think a couple other like Viking doll or something, different brands. But anyways, 39 dolls, $800 plus some other things. Zelled some old guy at the garage sale. We sold one for $500 so far already.
And
or 400. One for 400. And this one sold at auction with just one bid for
$500 shipped.
So we're almost in the profit after we sell this. And I have one more listed right now. I have a bunch listed, but one listed at auction with like a bunch of watchers, and it's got a $700 auction price because it's apparently pretty rare. So
Venus de Royce.
Yep.
Maybe that's because it says it's a clone. 1,000 Venus de Royce, because it like tells you the title, the clone, because the box has like the dealer on it of like who, like what it's about, it's from, and then it tells you like which body it is. And I don't know if you guys know, we sold the Galoob baby dolls, and a lot of times they use the same body mold and they just change the color of the doll. So she's probably molded after, like, there's one mold for that, which is the Gen X2, and then there'll be different dolls that look like same body type but look different.
I just work here for free. Sometimes she lets me buy something with the money we make, just rarely, but sometimes I can buy like a new shirt.
Guess you paid for the dolls. So anyways,
well, to be short, the account was a little bit slow, so we had to transfer from savings to buy it because I didn't have enough in there.
He called his sugar mama and said it can about $800, and I said it's gonna cost you.
First of all,
honey.
That account is from my other job.
It's gonna cost you, honey.
That's from my other job that pays
but who
for
did
all
he
that.
call? Who did he call? Okay, called me.
Right. Makes her feel good.
Anyways, on to our next $100 item. Black & Decker handy chopper. Chopping blade. The little ones, guys. We love those handy choppers. They're adorable. You pay less than like $5 for them, and you can part them out and make like $60 on them.
Sometimes. Some of them are a little bit less, but again, $5 less, but they're really small. So if you don't want to sell the big Cuisinart, these are good. So this is and Black & Decker is not the best brand. Like usually Cuisinart, KitchenAid a little better.
And that one sold for $16 shipped.
Just for the blade. And we have the lid and the bowl listed together.
Yes. Next up, these have been in our stock for a minute. This is a pair of replacement feet for the blue Wowie Roboraptor. I'm sure you guys remember it from
like walks
the
around
2000s, I think.
There's a robot. First it was the robot. And then
Yeah.
it came the Robot Raptor, I think.
Yeah, and so those feet just sold for under $12 shipped.
The one I bought a long time ago was broken, so I parted them. We sold his tail.
Sad.
Stuff for
We did sell his tail. I remember selling his tail. Then we one of our Windrush trucks sold. This is the diecast for the Antique Automobile Club. It is a nice maroon color, and that one did sell for $27 shipped.
We're already in the profit on these. Spent $500 on trucks. And everyone that sells is awesome. So
super great. Then we got this book. This is The One Tree by Stephen R. Donaldson. First edition hardcover, sold for $15 shipped.
Very nice.
Then we have a Philips VCR DVD Combo. And this one actually is a good selling one. Cameron did have the cords and remote. Is it original?
This is the original remote. Came with it. I paid $10. It came with a manual, which I listed originally, but the manual doesn't go to this. It goes to different units. So I listed that by itself. I had to relist this, but this came with the original remote, so I didn't have to buy one, and I just added the RCA cable.
And this guy did sell for $90 shipped to a repeat buyer.
Probably going to sell it on Amazon, I'm assuming, which is fine with us. I love when they buy our VCRs.
We make our money, they can make their money.
Yeah, and I told you guys before, if you're going to sell VCRs, if you can get the remote, even aftermarket for cheap, buy it. It'll make your sell faster. Amazon people want to buy them with remotes.
Yep. Then we got this Carl Sandbergs, Abraham Lincoln, The Prairie Wars, and the Warriors boxed set. Came from our library's used bookstore. Sold for just under $12 shipped.
Pay like $1.50.
Then we have this.
Put this.
What is this?
It's a
Inland Whistling CG Diamond Glass Grinder Router Stained Glass Crafting.
Yeah, so if you're making like stained glass, I guess this grinds it up in a little piece and different stuff. So that's what this does.
Okay.
And I think you can actually use to like you can take the glass and like sand it or whatever. So if like it's already cut and you want to make it, it's got this little wheel that spins and you can like push the glass up in there and like.
Oh, and it gets wet.
Yeah.
Because you have to cut glass with water.
So I paid $5. Lady bought this. She told me she was an art person. She bought this and another unit, and it was a package deal somehow at a swap meet, not a swap, like an art fair. Oh. She spent like $250. She wanted just the other piece, so she had to show it to me for $5.
So I don't need
It's brand new because I never use it, and it's brand new inside. And it sold for?
Sold for $130 shipped.
She's like, I just get it out of here. I kept the piece that was valuable, and I was like, well, if that's not valuable, I don't know what is, because it's $100 and something unit for $5. People are crazy.
You can find people do that on TikTok, to the glass grinding and the shaping and stuff. It's pretty cool. Then on the Cuisinart Little Pro Plus, we have the work bowl, sold for $38 shipped.
Just to give some perspective, this is like a 7-cup or whatever.
Yeah.
This is like the Little Pro. The Little Pro one actually sells better sometimes. The Little Pro Plus is a good selling unit. This is a newer model.
I think more people are using them just for like setting up like their salsas or their little things to prep for their things, because people don't use the single food processor anymore. They buy the ones that it's like all-in-one stuff.
I think I paid $10 for that Little Pro Plus, but it was definitely worth it because it sold for $38.
Then Cameron decided to make his wife a little upset with his purchases. He decided to get into the nail polish business. It's a multi-level marketing scheme, and for some reason he didn't listen, even though I've been there, done that, lost money.
Jamberry.
He didn't listen. So,
Jamberry.
but these are Paparazzi, P-O-P, Paparazzi nail polish.
I guess they're from CVS.
Rose Gold, Rendezvous, and Egypt at Night. So they get 4 of each color. We
have a couple cases of these. Like there's like 8 boxes in a case. I paid $4 or $5 for all of them. And it was from the lady I buy from. And
so they get 8 bottles of nail polish for $20 shipped.
So yeah, I probably am already in the profit then.
Just happens to be a lady he buys from. Isn't that how it always works? It's your bestie from high school.
Even though,
by the way, I sell this now.
Speaking of that, I bought some other stuff from her that.
Oh gosh.
I bought these little vacuums. They're brand new, Bissell's. Turns out there's a recall on them. But
yeah, we did get a notice.
But supposedly you can reach out to Bissell and they'll give you a $40 coupon. So I'm gonna have Linda.
I need a new Bissell.
Because I have 10, and they'll get credit.
I want the green machine.
But I got 10 of them.
I need a new one. Mine's yucky.
So they're all brand new. Anyways, we'll see. But
next up, at Savers, Cameron decided to pick up this big board and thought, this looks easy to ship. Oh, wait, it's not. This is a Fitter First Wobble Balance Board. It's a 19-inch circle. It's a piece of exercise equipment.
See how you're balancing, keep your core strength up.
You guys probably have seen it also. They have it where it's like a exercise ball, and then it's a flat piece, and people stand on that too. Yeah. Or people stand on it with the flat or up.
It looked like a skateboard, almost the one we had, and it had this little like pipe in the middle that rolled, and you would kind of like.
Yeah.
But I saw this. It was
a different version.
$15, and it sold for
$70 plus the buyer paid $60 in shipping. Guys,
they're on the East Coast, like the far East Coast.
Cameron is learning from his mistakes and starting to charge shipping on these big bad boy items that are weird shapes that are going to cost us $1 billion to ship. He is doing calculated shipping, so he measured it, all that stuff, and put it up there, and that's what they came out to. It'd be $60.
I'm not going to do it on VCRs or stuff that I already know the price because we ship them so much, and I can charge free shipping and just do that. But on the big, bulky, weird stuff,
like that
I'm going to start doing it just because shipping keeps going up and up and up. And especially when you get something that's very large in 2 dimensions, like when it's like a big square. Like if it's a long golf club, we can put it in the box, it's fine. But when you get something that's like a big 16 by 16, plus has to go in a box, it's like it gets a little crazy for pricing. So that was good though. Happy to see it sell. And then
that, but the boxes, guys, trying to find a box like that.
Usually I have to build a box, which is also why they're going to pay shipping, because I don't want to get stuck losing money when I have to build a box. And then of course we sell something else, which is also big. It's going to be a fun packing day.
There it is.
But this is beautiful.
A vintage French Victorian framed scene. It's a tapestry, but it's framed, so it's.
This is from Michael. This
might have been like a It might have been like an actual rug or something, and then unless they just sold it like this, I don't know.
It looks really nice.
It feels nice too. Like it's nice and soft, and
it was done by Michaels.
It doesn't stink. That's important.
I paid $5 for this, I think, or maybe $2. I don't remember. It says 5 on the back on the sticker.
Well, the Michaels might actually just be their framing, yeah.
Either way, it's a nice piece, and I left the frame on here because I thought it still looked nice. And this sold for
$68 shipped.
Yes. Luckily for that one, though it's not like when you ship like frame stuff with glass, kind of a pain.
It's going to New York.
Of course, it's going to New York. But it's okay. It's okay.
It's okay. We'll probably save some money on the wobble board, and it'll end up covering that.
I'll just get a loan from my sugar mama.
Next up,
she's poor anyways.
Cameron purchased. No, I'm not. No. Remember, your money is my money. My money is my money. So
you don't really make much money.
I make enough. Cameron purchased a Princess House Nativity set. It's the German lead crystal set. It came with a manger scene, kind of. It was really nice, like that cherry wood kind of vibe. And then each crystal character.
We didn't have them all, by the way.
No, we did not.
We had a cow.
A donkey.
Riding a donkey.
We had Mary. And we have Joseph.
Mary.
And a shepherd.
And we had no baby Jesus.
And just so you guys know, in case you don't know how to tell crystal, when you hold it up to the light, you should see a rainbow in there, the prism effect.
Unless you're colorblind, which you would see nothing.
If you're colorblind, you'll see nothing. But if you're not colorblind, because you don't have that disability, if you hold it up to the light, you will see a rainbow. If it is just glass, you will not see a rainbow. It is going to be clear. Okay? So if you're at the store and you're like, is it crystal? Just hold it up to the light. They have LED lights in all the stores now. You can hold it up and you'll see rainbow if it's crystal. That's how you can tell. Learn that from a YouTuber.
Learning from Linda. That's a little...
I know stuff.
A little...
There's a lot of knowledge up here, guys. I know people think I don't know a lot about the gospel, but I do, okay? That guy sold for $30 shipped.
This Princess Nativity stuff sells well, though.
Yeah,
I've never
you
found
can find
it.
The set. It's super nice.
Yeah, but the pieces they sell, so.
And people part them out because crystal breaks.
And this is another really cool
This one's crazy, guys. This is a vintage NBA LA Clippers starter, the classic hat.
You see right there.
It is nasty.
It's yellow, really yellow.
Supposed to be white.
Yeah, you probably can't tell how bad yellowed. Maybe you can, but it's like not the same yellowed everywhere. It's like some spots are whiter than others.
No, it's yucky.
But I did try to clean it as best I could. It is better, but it's not perfect.
Cameron started his own hat cleaning business. Like, people clean cars, he cleans hats.
It's been working.
We lose money in the driving around for one hat, but it's fine.
Making a difference in people's lives. I paid $2 for this, I believe, at a garage sale. Thought it was cool. Clippers are not the greatest team, but it is starter, older hat. Found one listing for one kind of similar for about $50 in great shape. It was white, but it was like no stains. Mine is a better color pattern, I think, but mine's stained. So I listed even higher.
At $85 shipped, and he got it.
And sold in a day. So I probably underpriced it, but again, $2 and $85, a great deal on a hat there.
All day long. We'll sell a billion hats at $2 and $85.
Also a billion at $25. $2 and $25, I'd sell them.
Next up, Cameron got a bunch of Funko Pop Mystery Minis. This is the Ghostbusters ones. You have the two that are covered in the marshmallow goo from the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and then the 3 other characters that are not covered in goo. So you get 5 of them for $17 shipped.
I bought like a whole bag of figures for $5, like a whole big, like a Walmart bag. So those were in there.
Next up, where did you get these again?
From your dad.
From the church?
Yeah, he's gonna throw them away.
So, at the church, back in the day, people would store all kinds of stuff back there. And then when my mom and dad took over the church, we had to go through all the stuff that was left there that people were like, oh, someone could use this once upon a time. And somebody had stored a box of Crayola window markers in just this color. There is no other color.
There might be 800 of these, 600 of these. It's like an absurd amount that no one would need this many.
Those are the washable window markers. This is greenish color. It's like a teal. And so we sold it in a pack of 40 for $17 shipped.
It was just
my dad was gonna throw them away. So
and he goes, "You think you could sell these?" I was like, "I don't know." He goes, "Let's just try." And I was like, "Okay, well, we'll just try." The first one is out. I don't know if it was a good idea, but we'll make a little bit of money. Hopefully, if there's an issue with the buyer, I'll throw them all away.
Yeah.
But if it does work out, then I'll maybe one day.
And they've been in that spot that we've told you guys. If you've watched our videos, there's a spot that they've been in.
It's called the lucky spot.
It's the lucky spot. And eventually it sells. Because you guys remember the cash register manuals. The bane of my existence. I hated those manuals. They sat there and they sold.
And then I had some other stuff I put there, like a cooler that had sold. I had put a vacuum there. A dog wash. It was just big, bulky things I put there.
That were like, man, this is annoying. Why is it still here?
And boom, they sell. So that's where we put the stuff that's been there.
Let us know if you have a lucky spot. Tell me about your lucky spots in the comments. Next up.
Reselling spots. Next.
Yeah. We gotta keep this PG, guys. We'll see you at eBay after dark. This is another church item. This is the animated stories from the Bible. These are the activity books that would few videos back, you guys would have seen us sell the VHSs that go with it. These are the activity books, and there's 12 of them, and those sold for $30.
There's also they also have DVDs of the VHS and DVDs, but yeah.
Did we have the DVDs?
No, we
only had the VHS because they're back from when my mom was the teacher back then.
And they're just gonna toss them because they weren't using them. So.
Then out of our car parts, we have this Nissan Infinity Screw Lot 2, sold for $9 shipped. Then we have a replacement glass carafe with a stem for a Ninja coffee maker, sold for $30 shipped.
Yes, paid $10 for the whole unit, so that's good.
Then we got a Sony remote for the Bluray, sold for $9 and some change.
BD for Blu-ray disc.
Oh, okay. I was like, there's no R in there.
Cool.
Then
it's your first day.
The Unsinkable Molly Brown on DVD, sold for $10 shipped. Then this is
we have a lot left still.
Pack. Well, we've been talking a lot.
You have.
I do. A vintage Anchor Hawking Princess Uranium Bowl. It is in this amazing green. You guys can see that green, that uranium green right there.
And I just Google Lens the pattern and it found it was a princess bowl. So.
And that one did sell for $32 shipped.
Yes.
Then Cuisinart Food Processor Work Bowl. This is the DLC.
The other one I showed you earlier.
10 cup, sold for $32 shipped.
I said 7 cup, but it's a 10 cup. That makes more sense.
Yeah, close. I mean, maybe.
You said 10. Oh, it's a DLC 10. Yeah, that doesn't mean it's a 10 cup.
10C.
I don't know if that's a 10 cup. I don't know what that means.
Well, this one said 3 cup.
Yeah, that's probably a 7 cup.
It looks like it, huh?
Yeah.
Well, then why do they put a 10C? Why not put a 7C?
I just work
That's
here,
irritating.
bro. Well, you should talk to them.
Because the discs say 7 on them. They say DLC 7s. So, are you wrong?
I don't know. You can Google it.
Does it have it on the site?
No. That one doesn't.
Liquid level? Well, that's some trash. Well,
hard to please,
Cuisinart
friends.
sucks.
Hard. No, they don't.
That sold for $32 shipped.
It's a really good brand, actually.
Then, Need for Speed Carbon, one of my favorite games for Nintendo GameCube, sold for $18 shipped. Then we got a lot of 7 Garth Brooks CDs. We got Scarecrow, No Fences, Sevens, The Chase, Pieces, and Wind. And those sold for $17 and some change out of a $25 CD buy.
Yes.
And I think we have another set of 9 Garth Brooks CDs over there on the shelf. Then, Almost Famous on Blu-ray, the bootleg cut, sold for $13 and some change.
That was $1?
Then of our Easton Press
They
set.
haven't sold in a minute.
No,
we're running out of them.
Can't pick these up on Facebook Marketplace, and there is 100 in total of them, but we don't have the 100.
We had 59.
59, and this is Tess of the
Dubervilles?
D'Urbervilles?
I don't know.
By Thomas Hardy, and that one did sell for $40 shipped.
We're down to like 13 or left or something. We sold through most of it. It's been great.
It's
over
so cool.
$1,000 in profit on that buy.
Crazy. Then Blue Man Group, the Complex Rock Tour live on DVD, sealed, sold for $12 and some change. Picked that up at our local Angel View. Then Elvin Jones Illumination on CD. It's the Digipack Impulse one, and that one did sell for $25 and some change out of our $100 jazz buy. That would have been nice. Then out of our car parts again, we have this Nissan Oil Cooler Seal. Sold for $13 shipped.
Very nice.
Then you guys just saw us sell some Wilton. Guess what? We sold some more Wilton. This is the Wilton Armatail, which, hey,
can you show them the picture?
Pay attention to my last video where I talk about the Armatail pewter dispute, okay? There's our cute little Armatail Wilton plates. They are the 6-inch bread or appetizer plates. And that set of 9 did sell for $100 shipped.
Yeah, we sold the other set for $100, another set for around $100. So that's like $300 plus a $320, and I paid $30 or $40. And we still got a set of bowls and some odds and ends left. What a good buy. That was from an auction.
Yes. Then Cameron got a Kirby Vacuum. This is the turbo brush attachment, sold for $25 and some change. Then we got this pair of 511 Tactical Speed 3.0 Urban Boots in the black zip and lace up. They're a men's 8.5.
Paid $10.
Sold for $50 shipped.
Yes.
Then off the Kenmore 116 wand, progressive wand vacuum. This is the wand, sold for $45 shipped. Picked it up at our local Angel View. Then we got X-Men Legends for Nintendo GameCube complete. It's over $25 shipped.
$2 at a garage sale.
Nice. Then off of a Sunbeam Mixmaster and Heritage Legacy Edition, we got one of the whisk beaters sold for $18 shipped.
Oddly enough, it didn't have the other whisk beater that goes with it. It usually has two. It had two of the regular beaters and then the dough hook, two dough hooks, and just one of these. But it's still sold. So
somebody needs a replacement.
Yeah, if you just have one, it's worth listing.
Then we got this Starret outside micrometer.
Micrometer.
3/4 inch.
She does that on purpose.
Black.
She's already called out for it.
Yeah, my mom makes fun of me still. It's over $30 shipped. Then the Cur Duo 5100.
We've sold this one before, and it came back. 2 different units or pieces from this particular unit were returned to the person they didn't fit. I went back and double checked the model number, and everything is right.
Third time's a charm, guys.
So, no, not this one only sold once, but a different item from that same one was returned once because it didn't fit. So I'm hoping this works out.
The first one was wrong.
Because I use the same model from the thing, but people, every once in a while with kitchen items, you run into that situation where people just, that looks like mine, I'll buy it.
And that is the Reservoir, sold for 24 and some change.
Yes.
Then, Mary Meyer, this is the Bunny Rabbit. It's the Cassidy Plush from the 1990s. It's 12-inch multicolor bunny. Super cute. Sold for 18 and some
You're seeing
change.
this after Easter, but maybe it would be like an Easter item, you know? Like
You're seeing it after Easter. They're probably getting it for Easter. Then, last but not least, in that big old lot of Batman comics, there was even Robin in there, because you can't have Batman without Robin.
There.
And there's a lot of 8 of the comics from 1993 to 94. Excellent year.
This one is a cool cover, though, with the little...
We got 1 through 5 and 7 through 9, and that
cool.
one does have the metallic
Yeah,
cover.
that's cool.
And that lot did sell for $30.
That ended up being a good $75 for comics, and we've sold, we're probably 300 plus now, and I still have one big set. No, we're probably more than 300 plus. Maybe we're not, but we have one more big set to go, one more valuable set, and then a bunch of little stuff. So that is all we got. What a weekend! Way to bounce back. A long video for sure. A lot to pack up here. It's going to be a long night for us, but we're going to get this going. We appreciate you guys. Hope you learned something. Hope you had a good time. We'll see you in the next video with what sells this week. Bye bye.